Good evening, Geekdom. It is I, the artisanmc, on the night drive to the HOME. Like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so inclined. It's a hump day. I can't leave you on a new comic book day without having something to say. You can't leave like that. Why would I do that? So, peace to Malika. Me, man. What's good, Malika? Appreciate you coming through. I know everybody decided to go live in the last 10 minutes of this hour. So, what's on my mind? Two things. One being James Cameron, and three things. One about James Cameron. The other is about a viewing audience, age range of a viewing audience. And then the third one is about critic culture. Okay? Now, the last one and the first one are kind of tied in the sense that I saw the report today that Avatar 2 passed $1 billion worldwide. And that's good. It's good. It's a nice looking movie. Simple, to the point movie. But why does it seem like folks in the media and some critics are salty about that shit? Why is it that feeling like they salty about it? I don't get that. I really don't get that shit at all. Now, you may say, okay, they have critiques of the movie. They didn't think it was that good. Okay. Excuse me. All well and good. What's the critique? Some of the critiques I've heard weren't really substantive. They were based on feelings and emotions, and more so about, well, they just thought this. Oh, it was too long. Look, me personally, as a moviegoer and a geek, I'm sick of hearing people talking about movies are too long. Personally, I am. Because they show up for every one of these motherfuckers. Some they like, some they don't. Black Panther 2, too long. Too fucking long. What up, studio? Matrix Revolution, too fucking long. Or not Revolution, reincarnated, reanimated, rewrapped, and reworn, whatever the fuck you want to call that shit. Rewombed, ruined. I could say that. Ruined. Too long. Dune, perfect. Perfect. Endgame, perfect. Avatar, it's fine. I've seen a bunch of 3 and 4 hour clips of freaking movies. Cut the bullshit. And this is where I agree with James Cameron. If you can sit your silly ass down and binge watch a whole series in one go, 8 hours, 12 hours at a time, shut the hell up about 3 hours in the movies. Now, can you say that, hey, story-wise, it seemed like it really dragged, the movie really dragged at this point? Yes, you can say that. That becomes a critique to where they could have trimmed it a little bit and shortened that part up, and it would have made the movie go a little quicker. But at this point, you sound like a hoe talking about the length. because she want to get back out on the street. Just say you weren't interested, especially in this movie where it actually downshifted and slowed down. Just say you weren't interested in the whole whale story. Just say that. Just say that. I didn't care about the fucking whale story. Because then at least that would be the critique. That would be a critique we can deal with. And it's not you trying to write off the movie on the link, but you go watch the next fucking movie that you're interested in or the next show you're interested in hour after hour after hour, week after week after week. Or binge it all in one go to review it. Quit it. Bullshit. Now, the other critique I've heard is that the story was too simplistic. It wasn't that much more evolved. And you're right, it wasn't. If you're really astute, you understand it's the same story as the first one. It is. Same story as the first one. Some of the same things happen. Now, did you want to see something completely different for your second go? Okay, what was that? What were you expecting to happen beyond the fact that they moved the story forward? They carried the ball down the field for another 3 yards. What were you expecting? What would you have written? I thought it was fine. He played it kind of safe. Because at this point, he's already told you, and he being James Cameron, he's already told you he wants to make like 6 of these. So what are you expecting for the second one if he's planning on doing 6? That means the story can evolve more. Doesn't have to all happen in one episode, or excuse me, not one episode, one installment. You got the introduction of a new tribe of Navi. You got the introduction of the Navi you were familiar with, learning new ways, being accepted into a new tribe. You got to learn about the people of this tribe, the creatures of this environment, and get a little bit more about what's going on with these new characters that were also introduced in this episode. Because of returning characters, it's only about 3 or 4. Everybody else was new. How much time do you think you need to get involved with and get an understanding of at least 5 to 6 new characters and a new people in a new environment? Look, man, this is my thinking, and this is. I'll finish up the point on James Cameron. This gets to the third point about the critic culture. I'm happy that James Cameron made $1 billion on this movie. I don't really got no hate James Cameron. I really don't. I don't have anything to dislike his ass about. I thought it was kind of interesting me doing some more research on James Cameron this week and realized I knew he was the freaking Canadian. I'm like, oh, that kind of makes some sense. What up, Rainfire? That kind of makes some sense. Why? A lot of my favorite creators and people in Hollywood that I enjoy are Canadians. And one of the things that they try to do is entertain and develop. Not give you the same regurgitated shit or give you a bunch of agenda smacking you in the face. Todd McFarlane, Ryan Reynolds, Much. That's more stuff. Nickelback. I think that's from Canada. But I'm not mad at James Cameron for making $1 billion. I'm glad he made it. Regardless of everybody trying to find things to shit on him about, which is, oh, well, this is garbage. This is weak. I expected more. This movie sucked. Oh, he flipped off the fans. He said this. He did that. Y'all sound like a bunch of bitches. Everything outside, nothing inside. Why do I give a fuck if James Cameron flipped off a bunch of people who were booing him? Why do I give a fuck? Look, I'm not for fans, paparazzi, or whatever being disrespectful. I'm not for that shit. Because what can happen is they take it too damn far. Now, if you watch the video in question, this man is getting hustled out the back door of a venue into his limo. And it's paparazzi or whoever the fuck is standing around out there, yelling at him, cheering him, or whatever. Because he got in the car and didn't say anything to them, even though they were throwing shit at him to try to insult him, they want to start booing his ass. It's less than a minute that he is from one door to the next one. Less than a minute. And them motherfuckers turned from cheers to boos in less than a minute because he didn't wave at them. Now, seems like it was late night. If you said something that disrespect me, celebrity or not, maybe I will throw you a middle finger. Maybe I will. Now, the fact of the matter is, you can make the argument, how do you know it was James Cameron's finger? Because he got in the car? The window was rolled up. You couldn't see who was giving you the finger. All you saw was a white hand stick out the window, and it was a middle finger. Could have been him, could have not been him. Never know. Now, from what I saw, I think James Cameron is like 68, 70 years old. You know what that means? Get off my lawn. That's what the hell that means. Get the fuck off my lawn. I'm not listening to you and that bullshit. Look, suck a fat. You want to turn around and boo me 3 seconds after you was cheering me because I didn't wave and stroke your ego. Man, if you don't grow up, here, take this with you. I thought it was actually funny. I really did. Wasn't like it was a bunch of little kids out there. James. These grown-ass people trying to get the same shit that some dude did the last time, which was fucking with him. Trying to get a rise out of him. Well, you got a rise. You got one finger to rise. What are you upset about? But no, they want to use that to shit on the movie. That ain't got nothing to do with the movie. Nothing. Outside of the fact that the person that flipped you off was the same person that made that movie. And that movie is out right now. To me, that's just a smear campaign. That's all it is. You antagonize somebody, they responded, you using that to smear them and try to hurt the viewers of a movie. That's all it is. Like, man, y'all gotta grow up. I mean, for real. You realize all these celebrities and stuff are just people? You recognize that, right? I mean, you remember when Tom Hanks told somebody to back the fuck off? Why? Because the dude was pushing and acting goofy and almost knocked over his wife. You damn right he should have told him to back the fuck off. Celebrity or not. Don't act like these people are celebrities, which makes you entitled to do whatever to them and they just got to take it. No, they don't. They don't have to. They do not. That's the same mentality people use when they want to cuss out the person at the damn McDonald's or something like that and start throwing food, wanting to fight with them because you think they lower than you. You are now entitled to them being beneath you. You getting to berate them. No. These are all human beings. All grown human beings. You can use that smart mouth and that attitude if you want to, but don't think everybody got to take that shit. They do not. Some people can make you feel it, or some people will have something to say back to you. And the more you don't like it, the more it don't matter. Yeah, that did get the Bird to Rise studio. I'm like, look, man, you wanted to get a rise out of it. Well, you got one. What you mad about? You got exactly what you asked for. You campaigned for it, you got it. Shut up. But that being passed around and everybody trying to shit on the movie at the same time, like, it just wanted the movie to fail. And this is what gets into me with this critic culture right now. Critic culture right now is, to me, not just professional critics. Okay? Now, I should make a distinction. Professional critics and reviewers, like myself. It's getting to the point right now what it seems like is that reviewers are learning how to use their power of the internet, social media, to shift people's opinions on movies just because they want to see it fail. And it was really interesting because I keep going back to this. Black Adam. Black Adam was getting fucking lambasted on the Thursday before it even opened. And people were watching the money on that shit hour by hour, throwing up videos about it hour by hour. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. Motherfucker, you said it once. How many times you gonna review the same damn thing? How many? It doesn't even make sense. If you didn't like it, then you didn't like it. You put your review up. It's over, right? But you keep going back to it every fucking hour. You want that shit to fail. And I'm seeing this because people get all in they fucking tickles about something being ratioed to them. Negatively ratioed. Like it's exciting. The more things fail, the more excited they get. I'm like, look, man. Despite how it turned out, Black Adam wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. Fuck. Match it up to She-Hulk. God damn. She-Hulk was how many episodes? How many hours compared to a Black Adam? Black Adam did better in 2 hours. Got in, got out, introduced you to a character for the first time, gave you something to look forward to the next time. Did it have some flaws? Yes, but like I've told you guys before, no movie is perfect. There are no perfect movies. Fuck. Top Gun Maverick made a shitload of money. It's not perfect, but it was a good movie. Very entertaining. Minus all the same bullshit that Black Adam left out. All the feminism, diversity, and all that shit, yeah, we left it all out. We just entertained it, tried to entertain the fans. So the critics hated it, the audiences loved it, but the reviewers that are part of the audience kept shitting on the movie. So basically, you falling in line with the critics. You're trying to see it fail. For some of the same reasons, it wasn't made. You didn't like that The Rock came out and threw his nuts on the table saying he was going to change everything with the DCEU. You hated that shit. Why? Because Superman is there? Motherfucker, look. Somebody got to run with the ball. I've said this before about the DCEU. I'm sick of seeing Superman and Batman. That's all Warner Brothers knows how to do. Superman and Batman. I was happy with Wonder Woman. I was happy with Aquaman. I wanted to see him go forward. I would have been happy with The Flash if Ezra Miller, good goofy ass, wouldn't have kept doing the shit he was doing. I want to see other characters in the universe besides Batman and Superman. God damn, isn't DC the oldest company? Aren't they the oldest company? With the most characters? Then get the motherfuckers out there. Jeez. Look. I like those characters. I do. But how many do we have to have every 5 years? My goodness, dude. So you mad because The Rock came out and said he was going to change the hierarchy of power, threw his nuts, his balls, his reputation and everything on the line to deliver a movie that fans would enjoy, and fans did? Y'all still got lemon faces about it? Well, it ain't that good. It looked like something from the 90s. I just really don't like The Rock. Gives a fuck if you like The Rock or not. What does that have to do with the movie? No. Motherfuckers got in their feelings because they thought he came out there like he was going to replace Superman. Thanks to you motherfuckers, he got Henry Cavill back. For a minute. Then you was happy about that, but you didn't want to give him no appreciation for that shit. You didn't want to give him any respect for that. Oh, he just did it to try to save his movie. He did it because he know that's what the fans wanted. And Henry Cavill is a friend who he wants to actually do a movie with. Who wouldn't want to see Black Adam and Superman throwing the fuck down? I can tell you this. I bet it wouldn't end with Black Adam getting his neck broke. I just had a problem with him stepping in there like that. So what? Have your problems. DC's house was in shambles anyway. Because if it wasn't Black Adam coming out, the fuck were you looking at DC to show you? Flashpoint? You were excited for that? Don't make me horse laugh. The fuck out of here. So he gets the movie done, he gets Henry Cavill back, and then Henry Cavill get booted out. Because Warner Brothers made another move, which was getting a new studio head. The new studio head don't want to do that Snyderverse shit. So there you go. So you complained about the Snyderverse too. That shit's gone, but now you're crying because Henry going with it. Well, where did you think his Superman was? Part of the Snyderverse, you dumb motherfuckers. If that goes, all of it goes. So there you go. Why are you crying? That's what your goofy critique got you. All in the moment, no long-term thinking. Fucking morons. So that's why I don't understand it. It's like these motherfuckers using their powers for evil. Yes, you have a sway of the population. Yes, you have a certain group of people who will listen to what you say on these movies. Give it an honest appraisal. But if it's going to be all about your feelings and your personal beefs with certain actors and shit like that, or the director, then you ain't actually reviewing the fucking movie, are you? You're reviewing your feelings. Even even if I didn't like The Rock, Black Adam wasn't that bad of a movie. It was damn sure entertaining. I might watch that motherfucker tonight on HBO Max just for the fuck of it. Just so I can see him kicking somebody's ass again. But no, I assume something else was better. Okay. Show me what it was. I can tell you this. It wasn't no fucking Wakanda Forever. Oh, no, it wasn't. Even Namor didn't come in there with as much masculinity as Black Adam did. You tell me, what did you learn from Namor in the Talokans? What did they teach? What masculine lesson did they teach you in that shit? Rainfire said, yeah, keep treating your wait staff and cooks badly, end up with the bubble guts or extra hour wait. Yeah, you don't look, man. There's a simple rule. You don't fuck with nobody who prepares your food. Be polite as you can, because you will get some Famunda cheese and some other shit in your food. Act stupid. You'll send your ass home sick. Fuck a yelp. Fuck a yelp. Send your ass to the hospital. You don't understand why they keep happening. Probably because you was talking shit. I worked in a restaurant. You don't do that shit. You don't. You will get fucked up. You will. Motherfuckers in there slaving for less money than you make on your job. You gonna be in there talking fucking crazy? Okay. Okay. So don't we send your ass to the hospital to think about it. Don't fuck around with people. Prepare your food. Be polite. Be nice. It's called courtesy. It's a C word. Try to be that one and not the other, which is less letters. It still starts with a C. What up, Art of Idmore and Ray? What, you off work, man? You off work, though, boy? You sitting there harassing your subordinates. I have to admit the DCEU will beat you dead horse by constantly rehashing and rebooting Batman and Superman IP. Yes, Malika. And look, you was here. Oh, you off work tonight, Art? That's good. I need to fire up that PS5 because so I can beat you with some Gran Turismo. Look at this, Malika. Didn't I say that shit about the Robert Pattinson, the glitter Batman? I didn't want another one. I didn't want another one. So motherfucker said he had to rest his foot. Bad case of foot in the ass. Hey, that can hurt sometimes, boy. You get your ankle all swollen, the toes be like, ooh, I gotta start putting the heel first and not the toes. I gotta work on my kicks, boy. Gotta rest up. You gotta ice it. Gotta ice it. Foot got caught that last time. But when Robert Pattinson was announced for their Batman, I was not interested in that shit. Yes, it sounded like it could be interesting, but motherfucker, we got Ben Affleck right now. Why the fuck? I said the same thing about the Joker. Initially, I wasn't interested in that shit at all. I was like, look, all you gotta do is fix the Jared Leto Joker. Get the fucking ridiculous tattoos off of him. I know Machine Gun Kelly look like. It don't look like the Joker. That was it. But no, they want to give you another one because that was the goofy regime over there at Warner Brothers. Okay, fine, whatever the fuck. Now we got two Batman running around, and now you got to figure out how to stitch this bullshit together. You got several Jokers. Yeah, you got to fix that. Well, it's Zack Snyder's fault. It wasn't Zack Snyder's fault. It was y'all fucking fault. because you didn't want to wait for that man to go through his grieving process and just wanted to rush the movie out there and did some dumb shit that the fans was up in arms upset about. And then you had to fix it. You know what fixed it? The fucking Snyder Cut. Even though the same goofy motherfuckers who went and saw the JLA was sitting there, oh, it was too long. I didn't say it was too long. I said it was too much fucking singing. I watch television. I watch movies on a regular basis. 3 hours ain't shit. Thank you. As long as you're going to tell me a concise story in that 3 hours, I'm not worried about it. If you're going to bullshit me for 3 hours, yes, I'll be looking at, man, where the fuck is the time going? Y'all fuck it up. I'm going to have to fix this shit. God damn it, the cans all over. I got to weave my car in between these goddamn garbage cans. Thank you, garbage man. Thank you. Making shit different. Now, Studio said he's still not interested in that Batman. Look, I can tell you this, Studio. That Batman was good because it's the first fucking Batman you got that actually was a detective. That's it. That's the whole reason I like the shit. Because now we got Batman being a fucking detective. We got an internal monologue in Batman. Like, oh my God. And the shit was kind of scary. The Penguin was awesome. It don't look nothing like Colin Farrell, but you get to his performance. John Turturro was fucking scary. Falcone was fucking scary. Like, oh shit, man, it's about to go down. She about to die. She's gonna die. I was looking for the Batman on HBO Max around Christmas on my day off. I want to watch that shit again. It worked. It did. But I still like Batfleck too. All Zack Snyder did with the Snyder Cut was give you what he had envisioned. And I don't see a problem with that shit. But the regime over there at Warner Brothers, that Miss Ann bitch, she was all, had her titties all twisted. That's not where we want to go. We want to go with diversity. That's the one who was all pissed off about that shit. Her and Hamada, good goofy ass kissing self. And where they at now? All of them down the road somewhere. Because somebody with some goddamn brains came in here and said, the fuck is y'all doing? Y'all got to go. Bye. Get your shit. Get out of the studio. Sorry. It's over. See, Art of Immore, that's the problem that some reviewers make. They always want to jump to what is similar to so they can write off the movie as, oh, it's just this. It's not just that. Because best believe most of these motherfuckers ain't even read The Long Halloween. Similar, not the same. Me and you is both black. That's similar, but we are not the same. But some other goofy motherfucker, oh, that's Art of Immore. He like artisan. Would be grossly wrong. Oh, just because we both black and geeks? Well, you know, that nigga live on the other coast. On West Coast, he East Coast. So that's doing both of us a disservice by just trying to write it off as just one blanket statement. Oh, they just alike. They both black geeks. You have to watch the shit. The shit is actually good. The shit is actually good. And I was objective. Told y'all, I was willing to give him a chance. Excuse me. Yeah, they took elements from the story, but that don't tell you what elements they took from it. You don't. You'd have to watch the movie to know. That's it. But that's how people make these generalized statements so they can push aside or push the narrative that something is either bad or you shouldn't want to watch it because they pick out points where they think the shit is. And one of the most irritating things is people ain't even watched the shit. Ain't even watched it. I heard a dude reviewing Avatar talking about how it was and it wasn't really grabbing him and everything else. And he talked about he got up and left out of the movie early. What the fuck do you know about the movie? Well, I had to go pee and some other shit. Then you didn't watch the fucking movie. Now, it could be said, well, the amount he saw, he didn't like, but you're giving a review. And if you're giving a review on a 3-hour movie, if you only seen an hour and a half of it, what the fuck are you telling me? You have nothing to tell me. So that's the thing I'm curious about, and I'm curious how this critic culture is going to go next year, because next year we have a lot of stuff coming out that people actually want to see, and I'm really curious how that's going to go down. I'm really thinking I need to pick winners and losers right now just to see if that's the way the shit goes, and not picking winners and losers on if the movie or whatever is good or bad, just picking winners and losers based on the fact what critics think of these actors and shit or these people. That would actually be a little bit more interesting to me. Basically pick, okay, on this movie, how do I think certain reviewers are going to review it? That would be interesting to me. Just like a little sealed envelope at the Academy Awards, like, and survey says, yes, they did say they hated it. Yeah, I figured they fucking would. What did he say? The previews made him seem like a mute. He's not mute. He's a bit emo, but an emo meaning emotional. He's shut down. He's young and shut down and really getting into being there and being observant but unobserved. Okay. The thing with um, Robert Pattinson Batman, the Batman, he is always in the shadows and he is always watching and he's always lurking. Now, a lot of the time, he's out in the crowd, but you don't know who the fuck he is. He got his hat on, he got his mask on, he got his hoodie on, drudgy fucking clothes on. He looked like fucking Matches Malone walking around, undercover, in the mix with people they don't even know who the fuck he is. But he's out there like that to see what the hell is going on. And when he finds something, he suit up and then come creeping out the fucking darkness on motherfuckers like, what the hell? Not all the gadgets. Year 2. He rolling up on motherfuckers just straight walking out the darkness on them. That's what I was loving about that shit. It's such a psychological play. You just gonna walk slowly out the darkness with heavy ass footfalls and just start tearing off of the niggas' asses? Oh my God. Yes, that's terrifying. Bet money you in your house right now and you just hear some doom, 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 doom. In the darkest corner of your room, in your house, a motherfucker emerge as a 6-foot bat. You'd shit your fucking pants. You'd shit your pants and be jumping out a window. Yeah, year two. Right? That's where the mix comes in. Some of the story was like Long Halloween. Some of it was like year one Batman. Because the part that's like year one Batman is to get you in the mind state. This is not Batman 20 years in. This is not him. This ain't no fucking Robin. There ain't nobody else around. It's just him getting out there doing it for 2 years. And this is how he is 2 years in. Unfinished, unperfected, still working it the fuck out. But got enough of a handle on it where he can get into some shit. Make a bit of a difference. But running up on stuff that he was not prepared for or he got wrong. Oh, hell. That's what was more enjoyable about it. That's why I got more into the detective aspect of it because he had to actually do some goddamn detective work. Yeah, his bat cave is a train station under like I think it's under like Wayne Tower or something like that. It's an old train station. It ain't really shit there. He got some computers. It's real rough. It's real stripped down. No big penny, no dinosaurs, no 15 Batmobiles. He's still working on the first one. Still working on the first one. Motherfucker, most of the time, he ain't riding around with a cape flowing and shit. He's riding around with his motorcycle helmet on and his clothes and grubbies on a regular fucking motorcycle. In the rain and everything else. People ain't paying him no fucking attention. He look like every other motherfucker around there. But he's gathering his information. He's gaining his intel. You see him actually handwriting diaries and shit. His case file, building that stuff that Batman will use 20 years down the road, which will become Batman's superpower prep time. This is where it starts. I don't have a problem with that. It was actually a very interesting movie. It had me into it. Because trust me, I would have been, look, if Robert Pattinson would look goofy as fucking that shit, I had been waiting to laugh about that shit. I still call him Glitterbat, and I like the movie. Still call him Glitterbat. He ain't never getting away from that one. But I had that experience and that knowledge because I watched a fucking movie. I didn't write it off just, it's probably like this. I don't need to watch it. Me, as a black man, I don't do that shit because that's what people do to black men. Oh, he's probably a criminal. You saw he had braids, right? You know about them. What are those, tattoos? Oh, no. He probably got a long criminal record. Look, he's smiling at the lady up there. He'll probably try to fuck all these women in here. I don't do shit like that. Give people the benefit of the doubt and actually a little bit of curiosity. Let me see what it actually is. No, he's Glitterbat for me. You can call him Sprinklebat if you want to. I call him Glitterbat. Yeah, the Wayne Foundation. Exactly. That's what made that shit interesting. And if I'm not mistaken, Malika, wasn't the Batman like about 3 hours? And the only part of that movie that I thought they should have cut was the part when they went to Arkham. Like they could have cut that down a little bit. That's about it. I didn't complain about the length. I just said they could have cut some of that shit out because that was really slow. Went all the way there to run all the way back the other fucking direction. You could have cut that part out. I understand why you did it, but you could have cut that out a little bit. Trim it. Trim that shit. Now, was he hella talkative and shit? Fuck no. He was brooding. A young, brooding man. Yeah, 3 hours. Now, these same fucking critics that liked that movie wasn't saying shit about the length, were they? It's like Chris Rock made that joke about you can fuck a chick with a diamond dick. And if she complaining type, she'll complain about it. Oh, why you gotta fuck me with this diamond dick? It's so hard. Oh, this diamond is cloudy. This ain't even a real diamond. Any complaint to have. Any complaint. Just say you don't want to like the shit. Shit, I think, didn't the angry man say he liked the shit? You know how hard he go on shit. He don't give him no quarter. I think he even said he liked it. I might be mistaken. I'd have to ask him to double check. I think he even said he liked that shit. You know he will go fucking nuclear over Batman. Get that shit right. Or pay the price. Get it right or pay the price. I think he did say he liked that shit, if I remember correctly. But regardless, the length shit is a cop-out. If the story serves it, yeah, give it a DDP. Give it a diamond cutter, nigga. Yeah. Deep dick penetration. If the story serves it, the movie can be longer. Because Dune was 3 hours. I was not disappointed in Dune. That shit moved. I didn't think there was a slow part in that shit. Did. Love the fuck out that movie. Waiting for the next one. I hope it's 3 hours too. I was not bored. What up, AB? I was not bored at all. I enjoyed that shit. And wished it could have been a little bit longer. Like, oh, fuck. He gonna end it right here? God damn it. Then he got me. Then he fucking got me. I'll be back, nigga. Yeah, aware. Look, he got Batman has the Batcave and multiple little outlet bases in Gotham. So he doesn't always have to go all the way back to the Batcave if he needs something on the fly. Okay? You read Batman comics, you're aware of that shit. Like the Belfry where Oracle hangs out, that was one of Batman's little bases he set up. Always there. He is a prepper. Where he keep the Batmobile, if he needed another vehicle, there's another little base there stashed somewhere with some gear and shit. So he can grab that and get back out to it. Just how the fuck he is. But all that stuff is developed over years of doing this shit. Not all in the moment. And to finish that point up, I think that's to link this point to the second point that I had for the whole stream. That's what I think this is. People are impatient. They do not have the attention span for this shit. They don't. They think 3 hours is long, but if you ask them did they watch the whole season of the fucking Witcher, they'd tell you yes. Right? If you ask them about some other show, what they binged on this last time, they'd tell you about it. Did you watch Wednesday? How long was fucking Wednesday? You watched all of that shit, didn't you? In one go. I don't want to hear that shit. Apparently, 3 hours ain't that goddamn long if you compare it to how much you watch a bunch of other dumb shit. Not that fucking long at all. So get over it. I agree, Rainfire. Movies like Dune, you can't fit all the character development explanation completely different culture and universe into 2 hours. No, you can't. I mean, I give David Lynch credit that he actually did that 2 hour version, but there is an extended cut of the David Lynch version too. That's about 3 goddamn hours. I own it. I've watched it. I love the shit. Watched it multiple times over the years. And just to be clear, fucking the Dune story ain't just one book. Okay? They got a lot to go. A hell of a lot to go. This movie just gave you part of the first book, not the rest of it. Toya can't hear. What can't you hear, Toya? Unblock your ears, girl. So that's what I think it is. I think it's attention span. I think it's attention span and the need to see shit fail. Because this gets into the next point. A lot of these reviewers are of a certain age. They're of a certain age range, right? And they are very entitled and impatient. Unless it's something they immediately off the bat like. For the same feelings and reasons. Same feelings and reasons, right? You weren't trying to hear that. Okay, Toya, I got you. I got you, BTU. My bad. Now, the last point comes down to this, that they're of a certain age group. I had a brief conversation with my coworker today, working in the warehouse. And I came in and grabbed something. I heard that she was listening to something. I said, "What are you watching? You're supposed to be working. Why are you watching TV?" And she said she was watching Witcher Blood Origin. Now, I gave her like, "Oh shit, I heard that was garbage." What was her response? "Oh, you're a hater. You're this, that, and the other, yada, 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 yada," right? Well, she's 24 years old. And I told her, "I'm not a hater. I'm an elevator. I will help you make your game greater." And what I'm telling you is, I heard from other reviewers that Witcher Blood Origin is garbage. I have not seen it. But what I heard was that it was garbage. Now, here's the point. What I heard were from other reviewers that I might respect or just listen to, whatever, right? That's just what they said. I'll still watch it for myself because I'm not relying on anybody else to decide for me what I like and don't like. I'm still going to watch it myself. Fucking Black Bane watched it. He was watching. He said, "I don't know, man. You might have to do something to watch this." Like, man, it got Michelle Yeoh in it. I got to check out Michelle Yeoh. Got to say yo to Michelle and see what's up. I'll see what's up with it. I still ain't watched the first season of The Witcher. Not the second one, not the third one. I ain't played none of the games. I ain't read none of the books. I'm not that goddamn interested in The Witcher like that. But I will watch it to try to see what other people like about it and get my own take on it. Because I told her, I didn't say I thought it was garbage. I said I heard it was garbage because I have no actual experience with it. So it'd be absolutely asinine of me to tell her definitively this is shit, even though I've never even seen it. I just heard somebody else said it was shit. Well, you don't know why the fuck they said it. Now, the point I'm making of a certain age is that my remark to her about why she was into it and really liking it was a joke. It was that, well, it's probably for your age group. She didn't understand what that meant. Her immediate response, though, was that, "Oh, is this because I like She-Hulk?" I said, no, but that does make sense. Why? Because while I hated She-Hulk, certain parts were funny, but overall I hated it.
certain age groups love the hell out of it. Why? Because it's geared for them. And she didn't understand that shit. And I didn't get to make her understand this point, so I'll make it here with you guys. Some of you out there have young nieces or nephews or something like that, right? And young meaning less than 10 years old, right? Like toddlers. Toddlers up to kindergarten age, 5-year-old, something like that, right? Do you find their television that they watch entertaining? Do you? I just spent a half hour in a resident's house listening to what they have their 3-year-old watching. The Shark Family, or whatever the fuck that is. Baby Shark, Mama Shark, whatever that shit is. That shit sounds retarded as fuck to me. If I was the parent of a young child, I wouldn't let them watch that shit. What was it? Baby Shark, do 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 do. Baby Shark, do 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 do. Grandma Shark, do do. That shit sound retarded. You might as well have the Yin Yang twins on that bitch. I'm like, what is this about? This ain't even about nothing. What's the story? I thought it was ending. And then they started up another goddamn song. I'm like, oh my God, dude. This is why these fucking kids can't focus on anything. What up, Pragmatic? P Dubs in the house. What did Rainfire say? Getting Lito Atreides. Paul's dad story is dope too. I don't think it will get made though. Just to see how the Baron Harkonnen actually got fat. Yeah, that would be too much of a prequel situation. I think that'll be in that they're supposed to do a side show with the Bene Gesserits. That's probably where you would see something like that. That's probably where you'd see something like that with the Harkonnens. So you can get into how the Baron and who was it? The Atreides had some of that Harkonnen blood and shit from the Bene Gesserits doing their little breeding program bullshit. So that's probably where you get into it. Barney was more deep. Yeah, Barney had more going the fuck on. Look, I'd have rather watch Blue's Clues. At least we knew what the fuck was going on there with Steve high ass. And I told y'all, I think I told you guys before how I even first watched Blue's Clues. My daughter was watching that shit, and I woke up and the TV was on, and that motherfucker was in the screen. Can you say something to Blue? I was like, what the hell is this? This shit is weird. Is he on drugs? The fuck is this? Blue's Clues, daddy. Who? The fuck? Where did you watch this shit at? I had to watch it. But this is the thing. To a 5-year-old or 3-year-old, that Shark Family shit is awesome. To me, a 49-year-old man, it is absolute garbage. What's the difference? Age group. It's designed to play to an age group. And that's what you have to understand about watching television and movies. That's one of the things you have to keep in mind. Who is it made for? Is it made for you, or is it made for somebody younger than your ass who don't know the shit you know? Witcher blood origin, from everything I heard, is ultra feminine and takes the wreckage of what they've done in the Witcher show and amplified it for a sideshow. Well, okay. That means anybody who actually like the Witcher novels and books, like, I don't know, Henry Cavill, would hate that shit. But someone like my coworker, 24-year-old female, who's never read any of the Witcher books, don't know shit about the video games, like it. That's who it was made for. It wasn't made for people who know this property, this IP, got anything invested in it. No, it's made for these motherfuckers right here who don't know shit about it. This is their first entrance to The Witcher. And that's what you have to understand. She-Hulk plays to somebody, but it ain't me. It ain't the 40-year-old male geek who's been reading She-Hulk. Oh, no. It don't play to us. But a 20-year-old chick watching the shit, oh, she loving that shit. It's like a geek Sex in the City. Oh, shit. No. You have to understand where you come into this shit at and where it's targeted and where it's aimed. It may not be for you at all. I can tell you this most certainly for comic book movies in general. Comic book movies didn't start getting really popular and really being the things that could generate a lot of money until they start making these movies for people who didn't know shit about the characters. And partly for the people who knew it a lot. That's why you see the biggest success from the characters that people don't know shit about. Even half of the fucking geeks. I didn't even read the Guardians, man. It was lame as fuck. But that movie, that was fun. But that wasn't the comic book characters. Yeah, but I liked it. It was funny. Aquaman was lame. All he do is talk to fucking fishes. You see that Jason Momoa Aquaman movie? That shit was awesome. Really? You see Vin Diesel show up in a Charger or what? Same director. That's the point. Some of this shit, if you an actual geek, ain't made for you now. It's not. Most of the angst we have now about these IPs and shit is because it's run by people who don't like this material and ain't making this shit for you at all. And that's the insult. They making it for people like them who don't give a fuck about it, don't give a damn about the legacy, the history, none of that shit. They just want to use the label to push their bullshit. And that's the problem an old bastard geek like me has with it. I like what I know, which is the history of all this shit. What I don't like is when you morph it into this contemporary idea of what you think it should be now. And that, folks, is the rub. Henry Cavill left that fucking show like I was trying to explain to my coworker who was crying about Henry Cavill leaving because she's not a geek. She don't know what we've been talking about the last 2 weeks. She just now hearing this shit. Him leaving the show. Why'd he leave? Because they were off the source material. And he had it in his contract. You got to stay to the source material. If you're not, he out. He out. That ain't gonna stop them from making Witcher, is it? It didn't stop them from putting out this Blood Omen or whatever the fuck it is. Didn't stop them at all, did it? because they don't give a fuck about that. They just want the Witcher title. They gonna give you they bullshit, and there will be a contingent of people of a certain age who love the fuck out of it, and there will be a contingent of people who actually know this material, love these characters, will be mad as fuck. Choose your side. This is where we at. What up, D Remedy? What up, Lion? Lion 917, man. But that's where we are. So you have to remember that, especially with geek properties and stuff, you have to remember, like a commercial, who is it aimed at? You have to watch it and look and see, who is this actually aimed at? Because it may not be aimed at your ass. However old you are, it may not be aimed at you. It's the same thing with anime. It's the same thing with cartoons. It's the same thing with TV shows. It's the same thing with all that shit. Some of it may not be aimed at you at all. And this is where you have to use your adult mind and be more I wouldn't even say understanding. Be a bit more discerning about who is this actually going towards. But you only get that from watching the shit. Then you understand it. Because I can tell you this, and I haven't even watched the show, but I bet you money, dollars to fucking donut holes, the Wednesday show on Netflix ain't geared towards me. It's not geared towards Gen Xers who grew up on the old black and white Addams Family shit. It's not. I bet you anything it looked like some fucking CW shit. I bet money on that. It is full of millennial snark or Z snark and shit like that. I bet money on that. With an old character. That's the issue. I came to watch these movies to escape adulthood, not hear a progressive spin on it. I agree with you, Lion. I don't necessarily want a progressive spin on that shit either. And I'm not trying to escape adulthood at all. I'm just trying to escape a little bit of my normal shit. I don't watch sci-fi, fantasy, any of that because I want to see my regular shit. I'm not turning from this to want to see the same thing. That's not why I'm doing it. You can couch it a little bit in this, but it has to be its own story. It can't just be a pickup of, well, this is what's happening today. Motherfucker, I know what's happening today. I don't need you for that. I need you to entertain me with what's possibly happening in the future, or what happened in the past, or what happened in some alternate dimension, or what happened in some other planet. I got this part all day. Let my imagination escape a little bit. And you might be able to drop some little breadcrumbs in there that harkens back to what's going on now, but it can't be the whole fucking show. That's not why I'm watching it. Yeah, I know what you mean. I got it there. You just said adulthood. I mean, look, man. I jumped on that shit. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. You still good. So that's the thing. You have to look at it like that, because one thing I heard today that I totally fucking forgot about is that this summer, or not this summer, this coming summer, 2023, we got the Marvels coming. Did y'all forget that too? The Marvels is coming. Brie Larson, Iman Vellani, and Tiana Parrish. Captain Marvel, Ms. Marvel, and Spectrum rolling into the MCU in the summer in the Marvels. Oh my God. I forgot all about that bullshit. Forgot all about it. Ain't heard a peep about what the movie is about. If they filming it, nothing. Forgot all about that shit. Yeah, like Lion said, don't remind me. Oh, joy. Exactly, Lion. Exactly. Like, oh, what the fuck, man? You're right. We do got that coming up. Shit. I forgot all about that shit. It's like, God damn, it is coming out this year, isn't it? Ooh. Oh my God. I ain't looking forward to that shit either. And it's not because I hated the Miss Marvel show. It's not. I actually liked the Miss Marvel show. I thought it was kind of cute. It was fun. It was a teen girl show. So a teen girl would probably like that shit. I watched it. It was all right in that context. If I watched it thinking I need this shit to appeal to a 50-year-old, I'd have hated the fuck out of it. It was the main character ain't fucking 20 years old. She fucking 15, 16. That would be stupid of me. Look, Lion, I tell you this from me and Malika. Tiana Parrish ain't got to do shit but show up right now. I just want to see her in a costume. I'm just saying, black thighs matter, nigga. And Tiana Parrish got some nice thighs. Now, if Toya needs some costume ideas for the next Halloween, be checking out the Marvels movie to see what her costume looked like, Toya. I'm just saying. Because if they go with trying to de-emphasize her hips and curves and throw the little trench coat on her, I'll be a little bit disappointed. But I'd understand. Long as the costume accurate, what am I gonna do about that shit? I'm looking for her to be there. And I told y'all before about this Marvels movie. All I want watching in the Marvels, all I want to happen in the Marvels is for Carol Danvers to end up in a coma. That's it. That's all they need to do for me. Put Carol Danvers, Brie Larson in a goddamn coma and introduce Rogue of the X-Men Rogue. Yes, that one. That's all I need to happen for me. Iman Vellani, she's cute. She's a cute little youngster. I want to see Kamala Khan, do her thing in this shit. It might be entertaining. I got Kamala Khan, I'll watch that. And I got Spectrum, Tiana Parrish, or Monica Rambeau. I'll watch that. I got 2 out of the 3 characters I actually want to fucking see. Fine, I'll watch the damn movie. Will it be some feminine bullshit? It could be. But here's the thing. You haven't heard anything about it right now. But Marvel is scrambling from the bullshit that happened this year with She-Hulk being the cherry on top of how their audience don't like none of that feminine shit. What do you think they're going to do from the Marvels? I think they rewriting that bitch. Just like they rewriting Blade. I think they back there in panic mode, like, oh shit, get the laptop, get the pencils. Y'all got to start reading some goddamn comics. I think they over there panicking. And I think that movie going to change up in a heartbeat. I do not think Bob Iger came back to Disney and went and had a meeting with Kevin Feige and said, you're doing a good job. Keep it going that way, Kevin. No fucking way. I think Kevin Feige Bob Iger sitting there with ice on his ankle, just like Artie Edmore ass is. Like, whoo, I had to kick some people in the ass this week. You're gonna make this mouse some money. Oh, you gonna cut that shit out. You gonna make this mouth some money. Stock is in the shitter. Fuck your feelings. Get this shit right. Keep her lines the same that Cavill had in BVS. Yeah, like they're always trying to deboob Kat Dennings. Yeah, they always trying to deboob Kat Dennings. Kat Dennings got a nice shape. That's a pretty ass white chick, dude. She actually got some class too. Nigga, I'd fuck the hell out of Kat Dennings. Face to face. I'm not disappointed with no Kat Dennings. But yeah, they de-emphasize that shit all the time on her. They need to cut that shit out. Let a woman be a woman. What's wrong with that shit? Spectrum and Ms. Marvel, the black and brown connection. Yeah, I'm fine with that shit. Look, if I found a cute Indian chick that was into me, I'd be happy as fuck. Closest I've come is an Australian Aborigine chick. She was part Aborigine. As close as I came. And that was as a teenager. As close as I came. But Indian chicks are cute as fuck to me. Some of them. Some of them look hard as fuck, but I'm not watching the National Geographic ones. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the ones that come here. Like that chick in Insecure, that one that Lawrence was fucking with. Oh my god! Y'all seen how you saw me looking at fucking what's her name, Saffron Hawking in that Moon Knight show. She black and something else mixed. I don't give a damn. Look, I like pretty women, and apparently they live all over the fucking world. So I'm not surprised if they dropped in India too. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Shit. I just watched RRR. It was a hot chick in that motherfucker. I'm like, God damn, dude, I need to visit India. I just want to see him. Cat will get the knuckle book. The Huckle Buck. D Remedy funny as fuck. She'd get the knuckle buck. Shit. Do you see Sony's MCU jumping over Disney's MCU in the near future? Here's the thing. Sony, it's not a different MCU, right? It's their collab or it's not their collab. That's it. It's not two different things. Sony working with the MCU is the same MCU that's Disney MCU. It's the same one. They're dealing with the same person. They're going through the same people. All roles run through Kevin Feige in the MCU, right? So how they do some of those crossover characters, which is only one really, is Spider-Man. That's the only one they share. All the rest of that shit that Sony does is them. It's all them. They just try to work it a little bit with making sure they don't fuck up nothing in the MCU continuity. That's it. Other than that, they do their own goddamn thing. That's why you ain't seen Morbius show up in no MCU movies yet. So, do I see them doing it? Fuck no. You know why? Because Sony fucks up comic book movies. They've been fucking them up. They didn't get no winners until they start working with Marvel. So no, I don't trust Sony with the Marvel characters anyway. I wish they could have got the motherfuckers back. Closest you get is the deal they got with sharing Spider-Man. And Sony ain't giving that shit up. And Sony Japan, them fucking samurais, dude. You're gonna have to kill them. They ain't falling on their sword to get that shit back. Fuck you. No, so you're gonna be sharing it. That's just what you have to do. You just gotta share it. The rest of that extended universe stuff that they make on the Sony side with the Venom and all the rest of that, no, that ain't gonna be better than the MCU shit. No. I mean, I liked Venom. Number 2 was all right. Morbius, it was the first movie for him too. So I'm not expecting the motherfucker to do gangbusters. on a fucking character people barely goddamn know. Like, come on, man. I don't know why they keep hating on Jared Leto so goddamn hard. He's an awesome actor. Why you keep shit canning every movie you in that's not co-starring with somebody else? Like, goddamn. You can't lead a movie? Go beyond plus ultra in that box. Yeah, you goddamn right about that, boy. Go straight Super Saiyan. Put a dent in the Dennings. Do you see the non-collab Sony Marvel films doing better than the progressive Disney MCU films? No, I don't. Pragmatic, just a short answer on that. I was already answering the question. I know how you meant it, but no, I don't see them doing better. Was Sony doing good with Spider-Man movies before they hooked up with the MCU? No, they weren't. So no, I don't see them doing better. Still the same people over there doing the same shit. Still ain't what? Amy Pascal? She's still over there in charge. I don't see that shit being any better. If they ain't doing a collaboration with the MCU on the character and shit that they doing, it's gonna be the same Sony shit. So you can forget that. No worries. How about an Elektra sequel? No. Jennifer Garner is too old to be coming back trying to do an Elektra sequel. But I will take the Elektra from the Netflix one if they want to do one with her. But I think, wasn't that the same chick that just played Cersei in the Eternals? They kind of look the same. I think those are two separate chicks. I could be wrong. But if so, she can't come and do an Elektra. They'd have to recast. I don't see Jennifer Garner coming back for no Elektra 2. No. Elektra 2, Elektra Boogaloo. No. Nope. That movie was kind of shit itself. Even though I like Jennifer Garner and I like Elektra, that movie was kind of shit. But once again, it's a character most people don't know that goddamn much about. Regular audience goers don't. They just knew it was Jennifer Garner, alias Ben Affleck's next wife, and they got on board with Jennifer Garner. The movie was, man, we had some fine Indian women down here. Oh shit! Don't tell me, Rainfire. I wait for that color festival every year. Throw that powder on her, douse her with it. Where the fuck is you at, Rainfire? I thought you was in the States. Let me know, cause I don't know shit about no color festival, but fucking the internet is your friend. I will find out about it. Think she's in a different how? I don't understand that question. Wow. Yeah, so that's it on that part. A lot of the stuff you probably aging out of as a geek. That's what I'm coming to understand now. That we're probably aging out of a lot of this stuff. That is, it's. I'm thinking of a scene from Babylon 5, and at the end of the Shadow War in Babylon 5, the first one, which was Lorian, he's having a conversation with the Vorlons and the Shadows on the bridge. And although the Vorlons are old and powerful compared to the humans, Lorian was the first one. He was the first being to gain sentience in that universe, right? And he tells the Shadows and the Vorlons that it's time to go. This is for the younger races now. It is time for you to take your place beyond the rim with the rest of us that left already. It's no different than in Lord of the Rings, where the elves and everybody was finally leaving. They was leaving these shores. They was leaving Middle Earth to these humans and shit. It's time for us to get the fuck out of here. I'm looking at geekdom now and the way it's going. It might be just time to step off a little bit. Let them have their fucking day with this shit because it's not being made for me. It may be past my time. It may be. Doesn't mean I can't enjoy it. Doesn't mean I can't look at it and remember what it was. But getting all up in arms and trying to see shit fail, look, man. I want this stuff to live on. I want this to be something I can share with my granddaughter. I want it to be something that we can actually have as a bonding thing, as opposed to, well, this ain't nothing I remember, so fuck it all. I don't want to be that one person locked in one place in time and can never accept anything else because it's not what I remembered. Everything has to change. Nothing is locked in amber. Nothing. So as long as the core of these properties and these IPs and the values that it was built on are held to, it's going to take on a little bit of a different form. It's going to take on a little bit different form. It just has to, because it has to grab that next audience or it will die with me. Where I got on to Spider-Man and Batman and all that shit was not where it started. If some motherfucker from what, the 1940s, 1950s that remember Batman when it first started will look at me in the 80s reading this shit and is like, that's not Batman. And can pitch a bitch about it. That's not Batman. He never did all of that. My Batman carried a gun. I hated it when he got rid of the gun. Now it's no different if I'm sitting there saying, this ain't Frank Miller's Batman. This ain't Frank Miller's Batman no more. No, it ain't. But then again, it wasn't Frank Miller's before Frank Miller wrote it. It was somebody else. It wasn't Bob Kane's either. So I'm thinking now, because I am damn near half a century old, that some of this stuff may just be by me. It may just be for the younger races now. And that when I watch these things, I have to bear that in mind, is that it's not being made for my 50-year-old ass. It's being made for the people who are going to carry this franchise for the next 30 goddamn years of their life. The teenagers who have to buy this shit and want it, like it, relate to it for the rest of their life, their 40 fucking years. Because they ain't got my money already. They got it. It's been spent. That time is not coming back, and them stories ain't coming back. What up, to Triv? So maybe it's an adjustment. I think that a lot of geeks and stuff like that nowadays need to make, at least of a certain age. At least of a certain age, you have to just have that deference to understand that maybe it's just not meant for me, or it's just not made for me. I can watch it, I can critique it, but I have to understand who were they actually targeting when they made this shit, and how true is it to the core of what that character or that story was. my Spider-Man will always be Peter Parker. It'll always be Peter Parker. But it don't mean I can't enjoy a Miles Morales. Doesn't mean I can't enjoy a Miguel O'Hara. Doesn't mean I can't enjoy a Ben Riley. Doesn't. All of those things can actually still be there. But for me, mine is always Peter Parker. Older, married to Mary Jane, taking nudie pictures and they loft together. Drawn by Todd McFarlane. Eddie Brock being Venom. Al Simmons being Spawn. Iceman not being gay. You can never enjoy Ben. Shut up. Shut up, Art. Ben Riley was cool. Ben Riley was cool, especially drawn by my boy Brett Booth. Ben Riley, drawn by Brett Booth, looked awesome. That Backlash and Spider-Man book, drawn by Brett Booth, looked awesome. You can't tell me nothing. Look that bitch up. That shit looked awesome. And Backlash is a character that deserves a movie. Warner Brothers, give me a Backlash movie. Then you can introduce all them Wildstorm characters through him. That would be awesome. I probably have to wait another goddamn 50 fucking years to see something like that happen because I'll have to keep going through Superman and Batman reboots. Spider Clone Saga sucked. Look, we are in complete agreement on that. Maximum Clonage sucked ass. Maximum Clonage got me to stop reading Spider-Man for a while. I was fucking done with that shit. I was done. Maximum Clonage killed the multi-issue crossover shit. I was fucking done with that. That got me to stop buying Spider-Man for a while. It really did. Yeah, it's just beautiful. Brett Booth is one of my favorite artists. He is. He is one of my favorite comic book artists. Brett Booth, kill it. Kill it. That's why I liked it when he was doing Flash and shit. Fuck, dude. I love his art. Love his art. So that's where I am with the shit. Those are my little geek speak thoughts for today. I'm still sitting outside my house. Need to get in, make some dinner, pull these fucking cans in, get my body washed because I'm on call this weekend. What's today? Wednesday? Thursday? Yeah, Friday. So I got 2 days of this shit. Yeah, Rainfire. I said that shit myself too. I said nobody can tell you gay. That's not how that shit works. Jean Grey from the past brought to the future gonna tell you, why don't you tell him how you feel? And that means you fucking gay. Get the fuck out of here. That's not how that shit works, dude. No. Suck a popsicle. I mean, Jean Grey was fucking gay. Because if she knew that shit then, she would have knew it way back when her young ass was standing right next to the Iceman of that age. Shut up. Stupid shit. Retcon of a retcon. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here, y'all. Thank you for coming through and listening to my little ranting and ravens. Art Ibmore. Holla at your boy. Eventually, I'll settle down and try to get some movie watching time or some gaming time or some video time. Something. Got to do something tonight before I go to sleep. But I'm burning nighttime. I'm burning moonlight right now, so I got to get out of here. So thank you guys for coming through. Appreciate you. Like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so inclined. I've been artisanmc, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.